Team Blue, Team Red of Divas. There's going to be same people with Ledridge. We got ourselves Hellfox, Obliv, and Ray. But since most of their guys didn't really get to play, they are going to be going against Team Kryzer, who has Atha, Certified Cutie. We got ourselves Kryzer himself. Dryad Rogue? I want to call you Diet Rogue, dude. I'm so sorry. You're going to be known as Diet Rogue. A Rogue Light in Purple Haze. So it's going to be up on Team Blue, though. They got a lot of boys in here. I'm pretty sure Athaman is looking at our boy Obliv over there. He's like, you know what? I need a rematch. Obliv is up first. Is Atha going to go? Are they going to send Atha in there? Is it going to be Atha? Kryzer? Atha, dude. I think he's like, guys, Dad, can I go outside and play with my best friend Obliv? I'm going to get you. We're going to have a rematch, boy. Rematch of the century. Obliv versus Atha. Making sure to give each other honor duel. Ooh, these boys, man. Our battle is gonna be legendary. Obliv versus Atha, Fire versus Red. Hodge coming out early. Obliv's gonna trinket out of that Hodge into instant polymorph to Atha. Gonna break out that adaptation, but it's gonna get hit with a rebuke immediately. Atha has Hand of Freedom if he wants to burn it. Gonna be another poly. Is gonna have to sit it for just a second. Obliv is gonna be able to get some damage going. Is gonna send a massive meteor at Atha. Gonna smack him down. And Obliv is gonna go for the temporal a little bit early. Big combustion coming down. Pyroblast a chunk in Atha, man, right now. He's gonna have to get some line of sight in there with flash of lights to follow. That's all he can really do is run away from the big scary fire mage burst. Obliv doesn't have blink for a while, doesn't have a trinket for a bit, is gonna land a full polymorph onto Atha, so at least he can get himself a little bit of reset. Just kind of walking out of there, trying to get some range. Is gonna send a fireball at him with maybe a few insta cast. Maledict fall into Athaman right now, as Athaman is gonna hit him with a Hodge. Blink it out of that situation into the wall. Big power blast coming out to follow, actually getting quite a bit of damage into a freeze. Atha is gonna get himself a wake of ashes rolling, is gonna break himself out of those roots immediately. Winks to follow. That's nothing. Obliv is actually gonna bubble it. No, he's gonna block. Actually, he's blocking the wings. Was it Obliv just out of all options? I guess maybe he was just completely out of options. Is going to get an adaptation out of Athaman pretty quickly. Trying to see if he can land another polymorph in there. Is going to be able to. Does land another one. Atha does miss, I think, his rebuke. Does he? I don't know if he even tried to rebuke. Blink coming in for Obliv a little bit early. Not going to have to worry about a Hodge, I guess, since he does got Hodge recently. So I guess it should be. No, Hodge just come out. What? Wait, what? For some reason I thought he already hodged him. Second set of wings coming out for Atha. It's going to be minute-long wings, and Obliv is going to have to go for that temporal a little bit early, trying to see if he can survive the damage out of Atha. Going to smack him down with a massive meteor from the sky. It's a shower rain. It's a comet shower. Trying to land a fireball at him, seeing maybe if he get interrupted on it, maybe he can go for a polymorph to follow. Is going to execute sentence onto Obliv, going to get a freeze onto Athaman. As Athaman is going to be able to get some of those range damage, is going to break himself out of that root for a second. Does Atha just like Hand of Freedom and cancels it immediately, not to give to Obliv? Because he breaks out of those roots pretty often. Is going to pony up though at Obliv right now, big damage hodging him, and Obliv is going to bail out towards the other side. Did have a good position ahead. Hand of Freedom coming out for Atha, Obliv making sure to steal that. That's going to be Atha, just gotta wait now, get into a little bit of a reheal, a little bit of flash of lights. Atha's still holding on to Bubble and Bob right now. Shield of Venom is still available if he ever needs it. Has an adaptation trinket for now. Is going to get that adaptation out early into the second polymorph. Obliv is still doing pretty good on his absorbs right now. Getting him out as much as possible. Going to be Shield of Vengeance for Atha. Burning through that shield so fast that before Atha could even go close. That's going to be massive combustion coming down by Obliv onto Atha. Melting this paladin's armor together. Athaman is even slowing down with just how much his armor closed up. Trying to get some big damage. Just going to go for a minute-long wings. And Obliv is going to continue just chucking damage at him. Same trinket coming out for Atha. Obliv is going to steal that trinket as Hodge comes out. Trinkets out of it and try to get some scorches crits onto Atha, forcing out the bubble. Atha is looking for a kill right now. He's trying to go for big wings. Does Obliv live long enough? And Atha is going to bail behind the pillar. Is going to catch himself a flash of light or two. Obliv needs to go for big damage ASAP. That's going to be wings up and running for Atha. Maledict to fall. Not going to be able to heal any of it. Obliv is trying to see if he can finish him off. Breath coming out. Does he have anything? Meteor to fall. Going to slam him down with a massive meteor. Is that going to be enough though? Trying to go for an instant cast, and Obliv does take him out with the last instant cast spell that he had in his book. And Diet Rogue is up next. He's going to give him the honor duel. No, he's not. Why? How are you? Oh my god. Trinkets out of the root. It's gonna be a temporal for Cauterize for Obliv. Does trinket out of the stun. It's gonna get himself a shield. Temporal is gonna get him a little bit of health. He's just in there, man. No trinket out of Diet Rogue. That's at least the only thing he's got. Cloak Shot is still available, but no trinket at least out of this Rogue. Is gonna breath him into a poly. Yeah, get the poly though. Is gonna be able to root him at least. It's gonna be Diet Rogue with a range stun. Ooh, Obliv, I feel like he can still come back from this, man. He can still come back. Double yikes. Yo, Arthur, you played that really well. I gotta say, both of you boys played that well. It's super fun to watch. I feel like you guys' duel is like the closest thing I've seen in a goddamn while. This is the closest that I've ever seen a mage be, like, getting that close to Arthur. Cloak Shot is coming in for Diet Rogue, though. I know, Diet. I'm gonna call him Diet again. Breath to follow for Obliv is gonna get the temporal rolling. Knows that the Rogue got some damage. There's 1% damage rolling in. It's gonna be a killing spree. And Obliv is gonna be able to get a lot of the health back. Big stun. Obliv gets massive heals back up. Diet Rogue is gonna drop down the smoke bomb for just a second. Trying to hit out of the smoke, but trying not to overextend onto Obliv right now. Does he go for the big setup? Does he go for a big reset? Does get himself a re-stealth. And Obliv try to seek if he can AoE him out. Doesn't get a root. Gonna go for food. And knows as soon as he goes for food, this is when the Rogue is going to come out. Going to make sure he has a shield up and running early. Sap to fall and not going to be able to eat. And Diet is going to go for a full re-heal right now. Playing Outlaw, he actually gets a re-heal pretty early. Those concoctions do so much more healing. Cheap shot, trinkets out of it, stun, blink out of it for Obliv. Had to burn both of those in such a short moment. That's going to land a polymorph onto Diet Rogue. Does Obliv have big damage? It looks like he's going to go for a meteor. He's going to go for a big combustion rolling, big pyroblast in there. It's going to have lots of damage for Diet Rogue right now. Vanish coming out for Diet. Going to get hit with a Matic. The Master's still burning through him. It actually burned through the Vanish of this Rogue. Burned him down. Maladek not letting him heal. Cheat death rolling, but that mastery stack was so intense, or intense enough for Diet to topple over. Next up is going to be Chrysler versus Obliv. Obliv is getting a little bit of a taste of what it's like to duel Chrysler right now. And we'll figure out if Obliv still wants to duel one-on-one versus Chrysler. We'll see which one is going to come down, dude. We'll see which one is it going to be. Is it going to be the big crits mage versus the insane warlock? Obliv is actually gonna, did it blink? I think he blinked out of that infernal. Gonna land a breath into Chrysler with a root, rooting him down with all the pets. Is that his plan? He's just gonna kite him away? That's actually not that bad of a plan. He's gonna invisit. He's gonna invisit right after this. Chrysler is gonna try to get over there. He's right next to him, but he has no idea. It's gonna run by the infernal, and that AoE damage is gonna get Obliv out in the open. He's gonna get a couple instants at Chrysler with a temporal to follow. Gonna land a horror effect. Does Chrysler actually, can he steal the temporal? Ice block for Obliv to follow. Chrysler is out of infernal, so a lot of his damage is just gone. Trying to land a fear onto Obliv. But Obliv got so many insta casts in the world, he's doing just fine with those instas. He doesn't have to worry about it. Actually doesn't have to worry about it. It's actually going to be Chrysler running away from Obliv. Going to land him in a breath. That's going to be Obliv. Going to get interrupted on fire immediately. He's going to land a polymorph onto Chrysler. Try to see if he can repolymorph and grace. Chrysler does break out of it. Chrysler does trinket it towards the very end. Fear to follow. Obliv is going to bail out of the fear with his undead racial. Double Chaos Bolts is going to smack him. He's going to have to blink around to the other side with a shield up and running right after him. Chrysler is still going to be able to get a lot of damage to Obliv. Temporal coming in for Obliv right now. Can't the Fellow Hunter steal and eat that buff with Temporal buff? I'm pretty sure it can. Like, if you eat it as soon as it comes down, you won't get any kind of healing. Breath on both Chrysler and the pet as Obliv is still trying to extend this game, trying to get himself a shield rolling. With this pet, he basically has to force out the pet to interrupt him somehow, and then he needs to collapse the damage onto Chrysler while trying to avoid the Chrysler's horror into insta, into Chaos Bolt combo, which is exactly what we're getting right now. He's going to trick it out of it. That's going to be Fear to follow. Does land the Immolate it with a Chaos Bolt to follow. Incinerate right afterwards. Lots of damage on Obliv. It's just all he can really do is blink out of that situation and get himself a shield rolling. That's really all he's got. Another come flag, and the Cataclysm around the corner does dodge the Cataclysm for just a second. That's going to be a little bit harsh. Even though Chrysler doesn't have the massive Infernal and Dark Soul rolling, it's still, whatever little bit of damage he does to Obliv is just Obliv. It's hard for him to deal with it. Does he land a breath into Chrysler, interrupted by the pet? Is going to get the amount of combustion rolling. Is that going to be the play? Did he try to get interrupted on Arcane for a reason? Has Shadow Fear rolling, can interrupt Chrysler if he wants to. Try not to get interrupted. Lands an interrupt on the Fear though, and Chrysler's still taking quite a bit of damage. Is that going to be Meteor? Does land a Meteor, but Chrysler's going to be out of the Meteor before it comes down. And Chrysler took quite a bit of damage. Is going to get a Matic rolling onto Obliv. Not going to be able to heal for a while if he does have any traits for self-heals. Maybe he can sit down and get some food. Chrysler though is going to have that shield restack it for him. Obliv is going to have his own shields. Still setting instant cast at Chrysler whenever he can. I think he basically just needs to go for, I don't even know what he needs to, honestly. He's gonna get a tempo rolling a little bit early. Does the pet eat it though? Does the pet try to purge it? Horror effect around the corner. Fear to follow. Is he going to be able to land the double fear? Chaos Bolt to follow. Double Chaos Bolt already loaded up. Oblivion's going to take a lot of damage. Does get a shield rolling. And I think he was able to blink in the line of sight of one of those Chaos Bolts. His Chrysler just taking out as many insta-casts at him as he can. Obliv barely hanging in, but whatever amount of health he has left is getting a bit of a heal. I guess every time he blinks, maybe he heals. He's trying to get as much healing as possible. Shadow Fear around the corner, trying to dodge it. Just trying to stay on the lowest of Chrysler. He's going to land a breath on him. With a Meteor to follow him. He's going to send a Phoenix in there. Actually, like Meteor Breath, Meteor Phoenix. Maybe a Fire Blast, Pyroblast. And just whittle Chrysler every time he has that. That could be the play. Just a very small play at a time. Horror effect into a Chaos Bolt. Does Obliv have anything for it? Does interrupt Chrysler though at the end of the horror. How does he get out of it? Trying to set as much as the cast as Chrysler. Trying to see if he can turn around. It looks like both of their health is actually very much close. Obliv is trying to turn around on this duel. Chrysler is going to summon that Infernal. Obliv is going to be able to trinket away from it. The Infernal is still going to do a lot of damage. Freezes it out in place. Needs to get to Chrysler. Actually going to run away instead. Chrysler is going to catch him with a conflag for a second. Does Obliv have any damage for him though? Chrysler's health is really not looking that good. Safety trick and get a procced out. It could be anyone's game right now. Obliv is not out of this fight just yet. He's just making some plays, dude. He's just getting going. Does blink towards Chrysler for a second, trying to dodge the Infernal. Does he get a breath? Maledict onto Chrysler, though. That's going to stop him from any kind of heal. He's going to get the horror effect 100%. As Obliv is trying to go for a bit of setup. Taz Ice Block coming up very soon. So you can use Ice Block to his advantage. Drops down a Meteor on one side. Does he Ice Block this Chaos Bolt? Does Ice Block it. Does he go for big damage after? Pyroblast to follow. Big Pyro, blinking around the corner. That's going to be more instant cast with big damage, big conflag. Does get interrupted into fire, I think. That's going to be Temporal Fear coming out. Does land decided though. Does he have any more damage? He's trying to get instant cast into Chrysler. Another shield to follow. Chrysler barely has a hell, but so does Obliv. Has a shield keeping him afloat. He's going to blink around the corner. Pyroblast to Chrysler. Does he have enough health to live this? Shadow Fear around the corner. Breath. And down he goes to the trinket at the very end. Obliv taking out Chrysler out of all the people. Oh yeah, we have to have a duel between those two. We have to. Certified Cutie is not going to give Obliv an opportunity now. He's just going to get at it, man. Cheap shot. Garrote. Obliv has a trinket if he wants to. Could trinket this, but I think... Is he not done? Breath is certified? If he continues playing, this will be insane. Does almost land a Meteor. Still continue to do big damage to the certified. Temple trying to come out. I think Obliv is out of the... Oh, Cauterize doesn't... He still has Cauterize available at 43% dampening. That's insane. Has a shield, does send an instant cast and certified, keeping him afloat, keeping him out in the open. If Obliv could somehow shadow these dots and go for Invis, that would be a good setup for him. Is going to try to go for Invis. No, going to be cheap shot out of certified. Obliv, I guess, doesn't have a trinket for a while, or doesn't have a blink either. Breath into certified. Is he going to go for big damage? Trying to get the instant cast in there. Could he? Could he turn this around? Could he get the big power blast in there? Obliv just doesn't give up. This guy just doesn't give up. Certified is now running away from him. Blinks around the corner. Does he get a dot on Certified? He does not. He blinked around, but that's GCD. Cheap shot to follow. Blinks out of it. Garrote to follow. Actually, trinkets out of it. Obliv is going to get the Temporal rolling for breath. It's going to be a trinket out of Certified. Trying to send a Meteor in there. It's going to be Temporal Pyroblast. Obliv somehow has health. Obliv somehow still has health. And Certified has a Master rolling on him. Does Obliv... Does he catch him? Does get a root out in the open. Cheap shot to follow. Does he get a blink for that? Gonna be a Garrote as well. Does blink out of it at the last moment. Certified does have a little bit of health rolling. Does freeze him out in the open. Is gonna go for combustion right now. Barely has any health. When is he gonna go down? He actually dies to the mage. Oh my god, this mage is actually insane. This fire mage is a god and a half. God and 3/4. God and 3/4. We can't be giving him that big of a clickbait. Okay, if I said god and a half. God and 3/4. 3/4, okay? God damn. Divas barely has any health though versus Purple Haze. That's like you gotta deal with 50% dampening. Divas just, I don't even know if you had a chance. But dampening maybe. Watch Purple Haze just get through the rest of Obliv's team, dude. Get through the rest of them. Are you kidding me? 1.2k dot? That's insane. That is insane. It was like perfect timing, dude. Calculated. 1000 IQ mage. Got that intellect buff, dude. What is that intellect buff? Ledridge is actually gonna get obliterated by Purple Haze to follow. Team Red, the rest of the Team Red is just falling apart little by little. Propahage is dismantling. He does have big metamorphosis, and Ledridge has evasion for a moment, but he's just out of cooldowns. He's out of juice. Who's up next? Is it going to be Hellfox or Ray? Because both of those guys are still here. Which one of these guys is going to be next? That was actually insane with that mage. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's incredible. Hellfox is going to be next though. Versus Purple. How's that going to go? Purple's still looking like he wants to play. Looking pretty healthy. Hellfox looking pretty healthy too. 59% dampening. Purple is going to be down on a trinket though. Does get his early stun to Hellfox and is going to get that blur up and running a little bit early. Incap, stop him in place for a second. Does break out of that incap immediately, and Purple is just going to be on the run. I guess Hellfox is going to keep running, chasing the guy, using his mobility to stay on him the whole time. Doesn't want to let him reset at all. Any kind of Vivifies, I guess, is going to be great for him. And as soon as Hellfox has any kind of damage, Purple Haze is going to bail out. But as soon as Hellfox goes for any kind of healing, he's going to get back in. The light sweep coming down. No trinket available, though. That's going to be massive for Fury. Doesn't get a touch of death. Whirling Dragon Punch. Michael's out. Does Vengeful Retreat out of it. Get himself a little bit of blur. Is going to continue staying on Hellfox. Going to force out that Karma immediately. Purple Haze has nothing for this Karma, though. Trying to Blade Dance around it. There's going to be a touch of death to follow. He needs to find a way to finish off Purple for Hellfox, or needs to shout him out the Karma. So can he shout him out the touch of death? No, can't. And down he goes. Oh my god, Obliv! How do you heal so much? Actually, he healed more than you damage. How does that happen? How does Obliv heal? Seriously, how does Obliv heal? How does he do it? How does he do it? He absolutely ascended. He has ascended! Oh my god! Now that is actually literally the best fire mage I've ever seen, ever.